this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of Saturn in the Aquarius sign on January 17th, 2023, which will give rise to the Saturn's so-called Dahiyya on specific signs. So we will be having our elaborative discussion on that, because guys, I recently uploaded this video where I talked about the Saturn's Sadisati, which is going to be affecting 3 moon signs, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces moon sign. So after that, many people were curious about that, which all signs are going to be getting affected with the Dahiyya and what is going to be effect of that. Because guys, all those people who follow Western astrology, this term might be kind of little bit new to you. So that is the only reason I thought of having another video on this topic as well. So guys, so starting with our discussion. So as you know that whensoever Saturn transit to the 4th house from your moon sign and the 8th house from your moon sign, that is going to be a turbulent time, which is called as Saturn's so-called Dahiyya, means 2.5 years of test, trials and turbulation. So guys, just because Saturn is going to be transiting the Aquarius sign, so that means for the Scorpio moon people, Saturn will be transiting in your 4th house, and for the Cancer moon people, Saturn is going to be transiting in your 8th house. So guys, although because when Saturn transited to the Capricorn sign, there were those signs who were getting the effect of this so-called Dahiyya, but during this year it is little bit intense and distinctive, because for the Cancer and Scorpio people, they are in any case water sign. So emotions and feelings tend to remain very strong in these 2 water signs. And over and above that, Saturn's transit from the sensitive house could be a matter of worry. So now guys, a lot of you must be wondering that what could be the difference between studying Saturn's transit from the ascendant or from the moon sign. So guys, like the way it is my own personal observation that whenever we study the transit of the planets from the Lagna, from the ascendant, that is definitely going to have a major impact on our circumstances, on the physical manifestation of events. But whenever we study the transit of karmic planets from the moon, there is going to be a degree and sense of forced destiny over there, which cannot be evaded, which cannot be avoided. And Saturn is the chief significator of karma. It is the actual judge who has got a account of all of our deeds. And guys, I always say this thing that see, every planet has got a role to perform in this Kali Yuga, in this modern world. Like the way we say that Venus is the sukh, it is the happiness or comfort of this modern world. Same way, Saturn is the significator of grief. Saturn is the karak or significator of grief, of misery, of diseases, of problems. So because of which, whenever we study the transit of Saturn from the moon, it definitely is going to have a major impact on our psychological state. Now, good or bad, that is different. We will reach to that point later on, but you have to understand the difference between studying the transit of Saturn from your ascendant and from the moon sign. So from the ascendant, this could be the actual reality. From the moon sign, this could be a perceived reality. Now let me give you a very simple example, a random example. So there are 2 people, right? So person A has got a very kind of a cheating partner. He is in a infidel kind of relationship, in a marriage, but this person is completely he's completely ignorant, or he does not have any idea that he has got a cheating partner. So this person is very happy, very contented, very satisfied, and throughout his life he survived a relation with a cheating partner and he was completely unaware of that. Now let's take up the case of person B. Now person B has got a very loyal partner, but throughout the marriage course, this person was filled with suspicion, doubt that my partner is cheating on me, this person is not loyal to me. He was filled with all sort of guilt, all sort of resentment, frustration, anger targeted towards his partner. So this is how you can differentiate between the actual entity, actual attribute, and comparing it with your own perceived reality. So definitely guys, as I was talking about, that you have to also understand that this is going to be a very special transit of the planet Saturn, because Aquarius is the Mool Trikona sign of the planet Saturn. So Saturn somehow holds this capacity to manifest some very good results. Second thing is that just because in this video we will be focusing primarily only on the moon sign. So let's say, for example, whatsoever results I will share over here, but over and above that, if you are going to have the for example, Capricorn rising or Aquarius rising, Taurus rising, Libra rising, so then in those kind of cases, because Saturn then becomes a very auspicious planet for you, so somehow the intensity of this transit of Saturn might be a little bit mellowed for those people. Second thing is that, let's say for example, if you are already going through Dasha of Saturn, so you are in the Mahadasha of Saturn, within that you are going through the Moon Antardasha, or in any way any of the killer or marka dasha if you are going through, then you have to remain a little bit cautious. You have to do the remedies. So guys, now understanding a little bit about this general results of this transit of Saturn in the Aquarius. So beyond doubt, Aquarius is the Mool Trikona sign of the planet Saturn. The rulership of this zodiac sign goes to both planet Saturn and Rahu. From Saturn, it acquires its philanthropic humanitarian qualities, and from Rahu, Aquarius sign acquires the new age innovative qualities. Its scientific bent of mind it acquires from the Rahu. Now guys, try to understand this thing. Saturn in the Aquarius tend to remain in this capacity to fill your pot with wealth, with knowledge, with wisdom. If you will pay attention to the zodiac symbol of this sign, you will find a person who is holding a pot, and this person is pouring it down to the world. So that in itself tells about that Saturn will first fill the pot of the prominent Aquarian people with knowledge, with wealth, and in the latter half of the life, these are among those people who share unconditionally whatsoever they have acquired in their life journey with the masses as well, with the universe, with the world as well. So these are some of the distinctive qualities which these Aquarian people possess. So okay guys, now without doing any further delay, now we will start our discussion. So first, looking at the let's look the Scorpio Moon people. So now guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be transiting from your 4th house. Now guys, try to understand this thing, because it is an angular house, and Saturn's placement or in the transit in the Aquarius sign for your moon sign gives rise to one of the very good Panch Mahapurush Raj Yoga, which is also called as the Shash Yoga. So that in itself tells about that definitely during this transit of Saturn in your 4th house, your attention will definitely go in the matters of the getting that degree and sense of security in your domestic life, in your family life. Now guys, I can assure you one thing, that for a lot many people, if your ongoing dashas are also running favorable, most importantly you are very disciplined and your actions are completely righteous, filled with integrity, then actually Saturn can give you very strong hold or foundation in so many ways in your life. Like let's say for example, if you are a kind of person, you are doing your work on a very freelance business model, and you are looking forward to some sort of investments so that you can lay foundation to a business model, you can hire people, you can register a company, so all those things can happen. And we generally say that whenever Saturn is transiting from the 4th house, it is a very good time to invest in real estate, in property as well, because Saturn is a very slow moving planet. During this time, you might be able to materialize or amass your own home, your own property as well. Because guys, definitely I'm here not talking about all those wealthy people who have multiple homes in different countries. Here I'm talking about from a middle class person's perspective, where buying your own home is the lifetime dream of so many people. So I would say that for investing in real estate, this could be a very good time. Also guys, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable, because in your case Saturn is not a killer planet. Like Saturn does not like obviously it does not get along very well with your moon sign lord planet Mars, but in your moon sign, from your moon sign perspective, Venus, Mercury, there are those planets which plays the role of a killer planet. In your case, Saturn is not that kind of malefic as per its house rulership. So I would say that pertaining to the matters of your fourth house, where you will definitely experience that degree and sense of security, stability, and a lot many Scorpio moon people will lay foundation to some lifetime achievements and lifetime auspicious events which can also take place in their life. Now guys, just because I want to make it very clear over here we are talking about the transit of Saturn, a karmic planet. So if your actions have not been righteous, like let's say for example, you, irrespective of having a very good partner, having a very supportive family, you still like have too many extramarital affairs, or you are not very much responsible for the needs of your family, you are very casual towards your accountability and responsibility towards your family, so then Saturn can punish you as well. So yes guys, this was the generic result of Saturn's transit from your moon sign in the fourth house. One thing is for sure, that on an emotional mental plane, it is going to be a very a time which will give lot of inertia, like where you will find that something is holding you back, or your responsibility is not letting you live your life to the fullest. But again, this could be a very good time for all those people who have some sort of political aspiration, or you are in any sort of consulting business, then definitely this could be a life-changing transit of Saturn for you. So guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your sixth house, which can be seen as a very good sign, because third aspect which has got a lot of struggles and efforts, and from over here Saturn actually gives its third aspect to its enemy sign, or a sign of its debilitation. So it will definitely help you get rid of any debts or your enemies. You will win over your enemies, or anything to do with the court cases, lawsuit, or health related concerns. I would say over there Saturn can actually help you. But again guys, I want to be very honest over here, health is still a matter of concern, because Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your first house, your moon sign. So health could be a area matter of concern, but over and above that, when we talk about litigation, any competitive situation, over there you will definitely have an upper edge. Now guys, from over here Saturn is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 10th house, which can be seen as a good sign. I have already mentioned this thing. All those people who have been awaiting for any political aspiration, any of the concerns of next level promotion, all those things can materialize. This can also give you kind of transformation at your work front as well. But again guys, Saturn is kind of very hateful towards the Leo sign or towards the Sun. So just remain very humble, and if you are holding any government seat, so do your job with this degree and sense of being very serviceful towards the masses, towards the public. So that is all what I can say. So be very respectful towards the authority figure, towards your bosses, and then Saturn will definitely give you some very good results. And guys, from over here Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your first house. So guys, it can give lot of because you know that your moon is debilitated. It is a sign of the planet Mars, which is always in a haste to get things done, and Saturn's 10th aspect will actually demand a lot of hard work and patience out of you. So there could be those concerns which Scorpio moon people might have to battle with, of going back and forth, feeling frustrated, suddenly feeling that I'm feeling very powerless, I'm not getting the right set of support from people around me, and a lot of the problem might be lying in your own haste, in your own rush to wrap up things. But I would say this is how this transit of Saturn is going to be bringing results for the Scorpio moon people in this upcoming Dahiyya. So guys, if I were to summarize, a very good time for laying foundation in all areas of your life, which can give you stability, strong foundation or identity in the society. Its third aspect will definitely remove any of the inimical situation or enemies. Its aspect to your 10th house will definitely circumstances and life will actually make you kind of very humble. This is how things are gonna work out at your professional front, but again a very good sign for the attainment of authority and power. And its 10th aspect can give a lot of anger related issue, frustration, feeling held back. So this is how energy will manifest for the Scorpio moon people. Now guys, shifting our discussion to the Cancer moon people. So definitely guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be transiting in your 8th house, bringing a lot of spotlight in the matters of your 8th house. Guys, try to understand the difference. Just before this, we had our discussion on the Scorpio moon people. In their case, Saturn does not become as bad or as sensitive killer planet for a Scorpio moon as a planet Venus or Mercury could be. And in their case, Saturn was actually contributing to this Panch Mahapurush Yoga, Shash Yoga, being transiting in its own sign in the 4th house, Kendra Bhava. But guys, in your case, Saturn becomes the chief killer planet. It is going to be transiting in a sensitive Dushtana Bhav in your 8th house. And let's say, for example, if next year you are going through the Dasha of the Saturn in itself, or in your case, there has been ongoing issues in your matrimonial life or issues or concerns of depression, mood swing, then you have to take this transit very seriously. So okay guys, one thing which I want to highlight over here is that the moment Saturn is going to transit to your 8th house, you have to learn how to discipline your desires and your emotional attachment. Because guys, do not look at the flaw side of Saturn's transit. Definitely it is a planet of karma, but it a lot many times, even the suffering which Saturn brings in our life, it purifies us. It gives us life lesson. I forgot where did I read this, or I heard in some of the YouTube video where that astrologer was saying this thing, that Saturn at times when it is transiting from the 8th house, it gives the life lessons even through humiliation. So you will be humiliated wherever you go, and that will inspire you to do something good. Just because, see guys, this is how the malefic planets behave. Like a positive or sattvic planet, like the benefic planet like Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Mercury, even if they want to inspire you, they might take you to a ashram and you have this awakening or epiphany or realization. But planets like Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Mars, they have their own way of instilling inspiration in us. So yes guys, to begin with, like the way I was talking about, that in the matters of the 8th house, you will be judged, and the planet of karma is going to be there, right over there in the house, which tells about your life and death experiences. We talk about sexual energies, pent up emotional energies, any of the concerns of joint resources. So all the tests and trials of the planet Saturn will get conducted, will get executed in this house. Now let's say, for example guys, I mentioned the sexual energy. So if you are a kind of person, Saturn is the chief significator of authority as well, of profession or of career as well. So a lot many times we come across all those people who are in that position in their professional ladder, that they exploit other people because of their position in the company. So if your actions or your activities are something like that, then you are actually heading towards a very dreadful time. So it all comes down to your own dignity of your kind of actions. Basis that you will get the result. Second thing is that guys, for anything to do with investing yourself in occult, in research, and for having that complete emotional and mental transformation in the life, like a complete rebirth with your approach and attitudes, your vision towards the life. So that can also take place with this transit of Saturn in your 8th house. And guys, I want to be very fair over here for all those people who are awaiting any of the concerns of inheritances. You have been already going through any property related dispute and all of that, and in your case you are running through some favorable dashas next year, then this transit can actually bring some wonderful results as well. One thing is for sure, when Saturn is transiting from your 8th house, your health has to be your prime and utmost attention. Second thing is that drinking, driving, you have to strictly avoid that. and along with that, try to surround yourself with positive people, drink lots of water, travel a lot, because this is how moon gets charged. Otherwise it can sink you deep in negativity, in depression, repetitive thoughts. So these are some of the ways by which you can channelize the energy of this transit of Saturn in your 8th house. And there couldn't be anything better than doing philanthropic work, doing some charities, supporting charities, and the worship of Lord Shiva. Now guys, talking about the 3 aspects of the planet Saturn. So from over here, Saturn is definitely going to have a strong kind of influence in all of your professional endeavors, because guys, it's 3rd aspect, which is the aspect of more efforts and sometimes struggle as well. And just because from the Aquarius sign, the distinctive part is that Saturn actually gives its 3rd aspect to its sign of debilitation. So because of which, at the professional work front, there could be some sort of difficulties or struggle or difference of opinion with the bosses. So I would say guys that if you are a kind of person who is always in a rush to take some decision at your professional front, or you have always had issues with your bosses at your work front, so try to remain very careful, because next year once Saturn will transit to your 8th house from the moon sign, all these things can magnify or can accelerate. So I would say that being very humble and kind of being very much respectful towards your bosses will be the right approach of dealing with this energy of the planet Saturn. And do not consider taking any knee-jerk, very sudden kind of decisions or restructuring at your professional front, because guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 2nd house of finances. So any wrong decision taken by you at your professional front, I keep on coming across all those people that I put down my papers, I quit the job, and then I started looking for another job. So do not do something like that, because it is gonna have a very strong and negative impact on your savings as well. And also guys, in any of the given situation, be very mindful, be very watchful of your words which you will speak, because you do not want to end up hurting people around you. Because guys, from over here, Saturn is giving straight aspect to your 2nd house as well, the house of your close, near and dear people. So a lot many people might have to shift to a new place, or anything to do with the transfer. So that can also take place, like from one branch to another branch, one city to another city. So that is also getting promised over here. And guys, Saturn's 10th aspect is going to be looking at your 5th house. So again, for the students, guys, you have to work very hard. As you can see, Saturn is giving its aspect to some sensitive houses. So do not think about or considering any major shift in your academics. Like a lot many times what happened, you took some subject, you took some specialization, and then when you are just about to start a new year, now you are having those second thoughts. So those kind of confusion, trying to bring a transformation or make some changes which are not very wise. Because guys, if you actually want to please the planet Saturn, not only you have to be very disciplined, or you have to be very hardworking, you have to be very respectful towards the elderly people, but also Saturn also kind of appreciates people who are very serious and very thoughtful in any of their actions. Like if you're a kind of person who is just very abruptly you are making changes or taking decisions, not giving any proper thought behind any of your actions, so those people also come in the scrutiny of the planet Saturn as well. So yes guys, if I were to summarize, this transit of Saturn in your 8th house will kind of accelerate spiritual growth for a lot many Cancer Moon people, for any of the concerns of immigration, foreign relocation, taking interest in the life and death, like soul study kind of subjects, occult subjects. This will be very promising in all those areas, and also all those people who are awaiting any inheritance or wills, any paternal property, they can also get benefited. Saturn's 3rd aspect is definitely bound to bring some obstacles with the authority figure. So the only reason why you are watching this video is that so that you can plan yourself or protect yourself accordingly. Saturn's straight aspect to your 2nd house is also going to be increasing lot of family responsibilities, and along with that that the matters of your financial saving and financial management is going to be or has to be a priority starting from the next year. And also guys, with this 10th aspect of the planet Saturn in your 5th house, for all those people who are already going through some stomach related, gut related issue, these people can get negatively affected. Saturn will actually will want you to stick to your academic commitments. Any of the abrupt changes made at your academic front might not give or yield very positive results. And also guys, I would say that for people interested in spirituality, mantra sadhana, this could be a beneficial time for them. Also because guys, whenever we talk about the people connected with art, entertainment, media, so many times if your Karaka planet Mars is well placed and next year you're going through some supporting favorable dasha, so some sudden big creative project can also fall in the lap for a lot many Cancer Moon people. But the gist of this discussion for you guys is that refrain from overindulgence in any intoxicants, drinking and driving, or exploiting people, making use of your authority or power. So those people have to get very cautious, very alert, because it's going to be a very testing time or a judgment day for the Cancer Moon people. So this is something guys which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this Saturn's Dahiyya for the Cancer Moon and the Scorpio Moon sign it is. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyawad.